Stellar Settlers. It is a city builder colony sim based building strategy game. It was released on the 11th of March 2024, so it's only 2 months old, something like that. It's got mixed recent reviews, very positive normal reviews. It is $14.20 at the moment with 20% off in Australian. It is $17.75 normally when it is not on sale. It is an early access game. No longer than a year. It'll be in early access. Blah 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 blah. So there's yeah, that's basically it for that. So let's get into it. So I've been playing for probably an hour or two now, just on the first map. So it's cool. So these little guys pick it up, take it back to storage. These have got little animations. Everything sort of does its own little thing. Solar panels move a little bit. They don't do anything, I don't think. So basically, green is your power, red is your building material, yellow is your conductive material, so I'm guessing like lithium and copper and all like rare metals and stuff, and then life support material, which is like water and stuff like that. So how it works is you place a module and they will do different things. So we need more conductive material, really. So what we will do is we'll drop one of these. And then we need to connect it. So how do we do that? We use the tunnel system. So like that. So everything needs to be connected. Why is that not working? They're not connected. Sorry, still sick. So this is basically Cups of Tea Simulator 2024 at the moment. So one thing I'll say, I like the little style of the game. I like the whole hexagonal, whatever it is, octagonal layout system. I like the connecting tunnels and stuff like that. The only thing I do not like is the vertical ones, because you end up just looking like you have a dirty coffee shop kitchen sink sitting there. Like, see all these just little bits sticking out everywhere. Like, obviously I'm not optimizing this greatly, but it's the same sort of thing, right? So I think if you could make that look a little bit neater, or even get rid of the vertical joiners or something, I don't know. It probably sort of is what you're going for, I guess. But I don't know. It just sort of looks like, makes it look messy, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, that's completely up to anyone else to decide what they think about that. So anyway, so how it works is you have all these different materials. Each different coloured building produces that material. You have settlers who you can slap in to do different functions. So every settler that you put in somewhere will do a different function, and they have different traits and stuff like that. So they do all this blah 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 blah. They make your settlement better and all that sort of stuff. You get more by having the purple building. Say when that fills up, then you can bring in a new settler. This is your research. So your research is just unlocking new buildings and stuff. I'm trying to sort of speed run it because I've been playing for about 2 hours and I've sort of got the gist of the game. Obviously there's going to be stuff that I've missed and whatever, but I'm just checking it all out. So okay, so now we've got a bit more. We can build a spaceship. So we should probably build a spaceship over here, I guess. Your goal is to design a spaceship which will escape the gravity of the planet by reaching a certain height. If you fail and the spaceship touches the ground, it blows up and disappears. If the spaceship falls on space base, creates an explosion, it might demolish some of your base. Every thruster requires a fuel tank. For example, if you have 4 thrusters, you need 4 fuel tanks. Every spaceship part has a weight, so you can see everything on it. Spaceship design with more weight will need more thrusters to escape gravity. So the thruster will be based on the size of spaceship parts. If the connecting part explodes, the thruster will detach from the spaceship. Yeah. You have predefined explosion and malfunction changes of spaceship parts, which you can lower by using thermal and safety module. Explosion is like that. Okay. So oh man. with the power of editing, just skip through all of that building. Yeah, it's looking a bit ugly, but I'm just trying to get these resources up so that I can launch. So we are a long way off, but what we're aiming for. So now we just gotta wait for the materials to come through, so we might quickly go over the game now. So why can't we launch? Yeah. So this is Stellar Settlers. So I think that it is a nice concept and it's pretty cool. There's nice little animations and stuff. It's an interesting game. Back to the same thing. I don't like the vertical connection mechanics. I think it looks like a bunch of dirty teacups. Yeah, I think it's a bit messy. Like it just sort of makes it look weird. But I think the concept is nice. I just think that because the connection points are all random, not random, but each fabrication has a different layout. It turns it into just a spaghetti simulator. You sort of got to work out what goes where. It's sort of a puzzle game, I guess. If that's what they're going for, then that's fair enough. But just for me, it's just another. It's just they get in the way of each other and stuff. You can't really make it neat. Obviously, I could spread out more, but yeah, you don't know these things until you play the game. What you should and shouldn't be doing and stuff like that. So it's not really the game's fault for that. All right. So yeah, I like the live event things, how they actually do stuff in the world, like the meteorites do for you do see the solar flares, stuff like that. I think that's cool. I would like maybe a bit more map area, just a little bit crowded. And I haven't even really built this base properly. Obviously there's a lot of verticality to the game, but how I would probably do my perfect sort of city layout, I would have each different building is different productions. So the plasma and all that, it's all sort of separate. Obviously you can't do some things like that because some buildings you can't stack on top, and then these ones you can't put place buildings next to it and stuff like that. I would like for you to be able to, if they connected, you could line them up, have two next to each other, so we're not wasting that spot. But if it's a design choice, then that's a design choice, I guess. I'd love the little cars and seeing them collect the resources. That's a cool touch there, and how the drills move and the spaceships take off and that satellite's there. I think that's all cool features. I like that. And yeah, just the biggest thing for me is this Tetris of connections that sort of brings it down for me. This rocket mechanic, this Kerbal Space Program Light simulator here is sweet. I think that's a really cool little touch. I'm hoping that we can take off. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. How good? How good? Wow. So we've got new planets and stuff like that. That's all cool. Alright, so that is Stellar Settlers. So we've unlocked new maps. So this is the starting planet. We've unlocked that one. And then you unlock more, sorry, with everyone. We'll jump in and just quickly see the next map, because if the maps are heaps different, then that's... Did one of them die? I'm not sure. Cool, okay. That's cool. So we've got different biomes, different map designs, so that's nice. That's a really good ancient temple. So that's cool. Alright, so there's more to this game than just sitting on a barren planet doing that. So that's cool. There's a lot more replayability here. So yeah, personally, I think that it's an interesting game. For the price that it is now, I would say yes, it's worth it. When it's the full release, I would have to revisit it and test it out and see if there's more to it, and it's sort of a bit more flushed out. But at the moment, I think it's worth it for the early access price. If you're into this sort of thing, it's a pretty cool little game. I'm not going to go through everything today, but if you want to watch me play more of it, then let me know. I'll be happy to come back, because it's an interesting game, definitely. It's definitely not what I expected, but yeah, it's cool. The biggest problem for me is the spaghetti simulator, but other than that, it's not a bad game. So I'll leave the link for the Steam page in the description if you want to check out the game for yourself. It is in early access. So it is cheaper while it's in early access. So if you're going to pick it up, if you like it, look of it now, then pick it up while it's in early access. But yeah, hopefully they sort of flush it out and address a few of the problems. I'm not sure what other feedback they've got. But yeah, I don't know if anyone from the game is watching this video, which I doubt it, but if they do, the only thing that I didn't like was the vertical connections and the connection system, because they don't line up and it just sort of becomes a bit ugly and whatever. But other than that, I think it's a pretty cool concept, and I would love to see where it goes. Maybe a bit of combat, like maybe there's another like a camp or aliens raid your base, so you got to set up defenses. Maybe there's a space station. Maybe there's a space station that you send resources up to, and then like every 5th mission you can add a new building to the space station, which gives you buffs or special abilities on the planet. I don't know, something like that. Some sort of cool mechanic like that. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more to the game when they get around to it. But yeah. So yeah, this has been Stellar Settlers. And if you like what you see, if you could drop a like and leave a comment. If you don't like what you see, leave a comment. Let me know so I know what's good and what's not. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.